In a world driven by influence and perception, deception often carries a negative weight. But what if it isn't about manipulation, but mastery? Sun Tzu said, "All warfare is based on deception." But deception doesn't always mean dishonesty. It means misdirection, positioning, strategy. Musashi taught that the opponent must never know your next move. In a world flooded with noise, sometimes the smartest move is the one they don't see coming. A warrior cloaked in shadow, watching a crowd from above, not hidden, but unnoticed as chaos unfolds below. Welcome to the Strategy Masterclass. Today we explore the subtle art of ethical deception, where influence is sharpened by strategy, not by lies. How to influence outcomes without compromising your values. Let's be clear, we're not talking about lying, cheating, or trickery. Manipulation is control with harmful intent. Strategic deception is misdirection with noble intent. It's the quiet art of holding your cards while guiding the game. To Sun Tzu, deception was not immoral, it was essential. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. This wasn't about dishonesty. It was about creating space for advantage. In battle, politics, business, or life, you don't owe the world full transparency. Ethical deception is about controlling perception, not exploiting people. Musashi's words echo this truth. Perception is strong, and sight is weak. Strategy is the craft of the warrior. He never told his opponent his next move, because in combat, knowledge is power, and withholding that knowledge can save your life. So, what makes deception ethical? The difference between ethical deception and manipulation is intent. Ask yourself, am I hiding information to gain unfair control over someone? Or am I withholding unnecessary truth to protect my mission, my peace, or others? Ethical deception preserves clarity without causing harm. It's strategy over sabotage. Think of a chess game. You don't announce your next move to your opponent, do you? But you still play within the rules. Picture this. While everyone else is shouting about what they're doing, one startup moves in silence, researches deeply, launches quietly, and suddenly dominates a niche no one saw coming. That's strategic silence, deception by omission, and it works. Sun Tzu didn't teach deception to trick people. He taught it to gain the upper hand, without unnecessary conflict. Let's adapt 3 of his principles. 1. Appear weak when you are strong. Downplay to disarm. Let others underestimate you, then move with precision. 2. When you are near, make it seem you are far. Move silently until you're ready. Let your progress surprise the room. 3. Engage with what they expect. Strike where they don't. Meet surface expectations. Deliver your real move under the surface. How do we apply this in real life? 1. Business. A product rollout might require silence until the moment of reveal. It's not lying, it's timing. 2. Negotiations. You don't share your bottom line up front. You lead with strength, even if you're flexible. 3. Social dynamics. You don't always explain your boundaries. You simply enforce them with calm clarity. That's not cold, that's self-respect. Musashi's dueling strategy was simple. Do not let your opponent see your spirit. To let others see your emotional core too early is to surrender the battlefield. Here are 4 tactics for strategic, ethical influence you can apply starting today. 1. Control your energy. Remain calm in chaos. Let others show their hand while you stay composed. Silence can be your loudest move. 2. Misdirect without lying. You don't have to reveal your strategy. Use general words and non-committal gestures until it's time to strike. 3. Guard your weakness. Never lead with insecurity, not because you're ashamed, but because your strength should be the first thing people encounter. 4. Reveal strategically. Give away nothing unnecessary. Let your presence create mystery, not confusion. It's not deception. It's intelligent privacy. So how do we apply this ethically? In modern leadership, communication, and life? 1. Under-promise, over-deliver. Set conservative expectations. Then surprise with excellence. This builds reputation and power. 2. Withhold information strategically. Not everything needs to be broadcast. Timing is power. Reveal when it matters, not when you're pressured. 3. Control perception through framing. Present your message in a way that leads people to your desired conclusion without forcing them. It's not what you say, it's how you position it. The story of the Trojan horse is legendary, a gift that concealed warriors. An entire city fell because they didn't question what looked innocent. But remember, this wasn't evil, it was tactical. It was strategy in its highest form, win without open conflict. The greatest deception is internal. You must first master the lies you tell yourself. Sun Tzu taught that to defeat the enemy, you must first know yourself. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. Musashi lived by clarity of self. He called it the way of strategy. And strategy starts by understanding your mind, your fear, your pride. Because once your inner self is no longer deceived, the world can't shake you. Modern-day deception isn't a mask. It's mastery of influence. The best marketers frame the story. The best negotiators ask the questions that lead you there. The best strategists create movement without noise. They don't manipulate. They orchestrate. Remember this: true deception is not dishonesty. It is design. It's knowing when to speak, when to stay silent, and when to strike. Influence without manipulation is not weakness. It is the highest form of power. This is the subtle art of ethical deception. So ask yourself, am I always playing face up and giving away my power? What might I gain by moving with quiet strategy? Can I lead without controlling and influence without forcing? Because in the world of high-level thinking, the best move is rarely the loudest. It's the one they didn't see coming until it was too late to stop it. If this gave you new perspective, subscribe to the Strategy Masterclass. And always remember, it's not deception if it's driven by ego, not wisdom. Move in silence. Let the impact make the noise.